Hello friends, welcome back. You are watching day 9 of our 12 Days of Christmas in July series. If you're just getting started, you can find links in the top of the description for our first 8 days so you can get caught up. And if you're new around here, welcome. I hope you will consider hitting that subscribe button to join our crafty little family. For today's project, we're going to be making the sweet and simple Christmas greeting cards with the Echo Park A Gingerbread Christmas collection, and that inspired today's question of the day. So I would love to know, what is your favorite treat to have during the holidays? And my favorite is a bit controversial. Some people really love it and some people really do not love it. I am a big fan of those soft sugar cookies you get at the grocery store. They're frosted and they have sprinkles on them. They call them Loft House here. I'm not sure what they call them in different areas of the world, but those are my favorite. And do not come at me in the comments because there's enough room in the world for all the cookies, and that one is my favorite. Let me know down in the comments what is your favorite Christmas treat to have during the holidays. So let's get started with our tutorial. For today's project, we're going to be using this Echo Park A Gingerbread Christmas 6x6 paper pad. I picked this up from the Echo Park warehouse sale, and I was very inspired by the warm, rich colors of this collection, and I decided to pair it with that hot buy pad that we used a couple weeks ago and pull out some of that craft paper background. It goes so perfectly with the gingerbread. So I'm going to pair these two together and we're going to make our sweet and simple cards. Now I call them sweet and simple because I really love clean and simple, but my brain cannot do that. I cannot have a few select items added to a card and make it look beautiful. I really am jealous of people who can do that. I think that they have a very amazing design style. I cannot do that. My brain says it is not done until I've glued a bell on it or a bow on it or 20 flowers, and that's just how I work. So I'm embracing that, and I'm not doing clean and simple. I'm going to do sweet and simple. Another way to embrace a simpler card is to pick the A2 size card base. So it's 4¼ by 5½, and I'm going to run out of room eventually, so I can't put all the things on. So that will help rein me back in from all the supplies that I want to add. So from that craft paper pack, I picked 3 of the patterns that I thought were kind of festive-ish. They have that white pattern on the top, and it kind of breaks up that background a little bit, but doesn't add a huge amount of pattern. And then I went ahead and used some red cardstock as all the borders, just because I thought it looked a little bit more holiday-ish. And so I'm just going to add these to a top folding card, just like that style. And then I'm going to alternate the patterns. I'm not going to cover up the whole background as I often do. So I'm going to celebrate that craft paper in the back. So I've got a small doily. This is that Recollections doily. We have used this many times. I picked it up from Amazon, and because it is not quite so delicate and fussy, I'm able to cut thicker cardstock with it, which works out perfectly for many of my projects. Okay, so I've pulled a couple of other items from that paper pad. This check, I'm sorry, is that blinding you? I cut this with a scalloped edge circle that has a little stitching detail, and that is going to help the smaller image be more of a focal point. And that is one of those cut aparts. This particular paper pad had 2. Some were more rectangle and some were square. I chose to find the ones that I could cut out with the circle die so that I could use that scallop circle as a frame. And I'm just going to place that right in the middle. So even though these are sweet and simple, I'm going to use a couple of finishing details. I've got my flower here with a loopy twine bow, some holly leaves that are die cut from green cardstock, and then I finished these centers with some beautiful gold stamens from Really Reasonable ribbon, and I'm just going to add that right to the top. Then I've got a small bow. This is tied from red wrinkle ribbon. I picked that up from Really Reasonable ribbon as well. And I'm going to add my charm here to the bottom and then cover that cut edge string with my bow. I'm going to put this at an angle so that I don't cover any of those words on my focal point. And that is all for card 1. Card 2 has a grid pattern on the craft paper, so it's similar but different. These are going to be a set, so they're all going to be a little bit different, but they will coordinate. I'm going to inset that beautiful diagonal black and white check. You will notice as I work along that I don't have spacers on the base as I usually do, just to keep it a little bit more simple. And then this beautiful snowflake pattern, black background and white snowflakes, is a beautiful graphic image. And I've got my same doily, and this kind of helps to keep it consistent throughout. And because I put my plaid on the background for this card, instead of using the plaid on my scallop circle, I'm just going back to that craft paper. This time it doesn't have the pattern on it because I didn't want that top to look too busy. And then one more of those circle die cut images from the cut apart sheet. For this one, I picked white glittery cardstock for my poinsettia, and I just went ahead and made the arrangement as the first one with the stamens in the middle. This is another project you can do as an assembly line or busy work because a lot of the elements from one to the next card are similar or the same. So here's another red bow and one more charm. That is all for card 2. For the third card, I already went ahead and put my pattern paper onto the base, and this background has a tiny petite little white star. I'm going to top it with 2 of the more red patterns from the collection, and I used my dovetail stitched banner, and I'm going to layer these up. This is cut the same, but I clipped a little off the top so that I could offset the next layer and create a little bit more interest. Here comes that doily again. A checker scallop circle. And then one more sentiment. The sentiments I put up on a spacer just for a little bit of dimension. Here is my flowers. And one last bow. Okay, that's all for our cards for day 9. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you come back tomorrow for day 10. Leave me a comment and a big old thumbs up on this tutorial. Remember, you can find links in the description for all our social media sites as well as this product I used today. If you're not already, I would love for you to subscribe. And as always, I'm wishing you a happy and productive day, and I thank you so much for watching. Bye.